Bam, what's up, guys? Uh, I'm really excited. So, it just happened. I'm freaking out a little because I did not expect it to happen. But I have just hit the top 0.38% for Final Boss Gowther as a nub free to play. And I was not recording, and I feel horrible about that. Because I was just throwing away some spare stamina. And I thought, I'll use it on Final Boss Gowther. Try to increase my score because my score had dropped to like 4.2 something percent. I think it was like 2.126% or something, and it was, as people were improving their scores. And I've hit 3,922. I have some screenshots of the breakdowns though, and I figure I'll show you guys those quickly. And yeah, I'm just super excited, and I want to show you guys this nub free to play has achieved somewhat something. So we'll just go over the point breakdown quickly, and I'll try a quick match and see if I can somewhat recreate and talk my way through it a little bit, and I'll show my gear. Okay. So you can see, base score 600 points for hell. Because what I want to show you guys is like where the big points have come from, and it is kind of where I thought it would be. Now, most of my units are only like 1 out of 6 for their ultimate, or except for like Wainhart there. So, Lilia, Merlin. Sorry. Actually, no, sorry. Blue Lilia, I think, is 2 out of 6 because I did summon her once on the guaranteed SSR, and then I got her for free. Okay, so she is like 2 out of 6, but I didn't use her ult to like get past the first phase, so it's not super important. I use King's 1 out of 6 ult and House's Sever card. I'll talk about that later, but I just want to go through the points quickly. So we have base score Hell plus 600 points. You can see some small points there for like combining cards and using ultimate moves. Okay, you see I used a few ultimates. Applying the rank down and the dissolve was 140, 180 points ish. You see decreasing the enemy's ultimate move gauge was a big 285 points. Okay. I think I had like a gold card. And yeah, it worked out nicely. Okay. I think they're about to ult me. And that's when I used it. It wasn't the turn before they ult me, I think. I think it was like on when they were gonna ult me. Remove ally debuffs using skills with the Purify effect, of course, plus 200 points. That's actually a lot bigger than I thought. I think I cleansed twice in the second phase, doing like a, just a full-on, get rid of all those debuffs that Gowther puts on me. Let's see. You can see, okay, so this is the big one. This is, I think, what has held me back the most is the inflict over 60,000 damage on the enemy. You can see I'm plus 750 points. Now, I think a lot of people get these points. A lot of the big scorers that I've seen get around this much to like 800 plus something points, inflicting over 60,000 damage, okay? Now, my ults are all like 1 out of 6. And I think that a lot of the damage that the big boys are getting for these points is coming from having their like 6/6 ults hitting like super hard, as well as like has a Sever card and the dissolves and stuff like that. And I think because I did get I got a few extra Severs, I did get a really nice score here. Okay, so it's like 90 points because I get 30. Yeah, I get 30 points for each of the enemies that my Sever card from my Hauser hits, even when he's debuffed, because my Hauser just hits that hard now. And so you can see, like, normally I would get like maybe 350 something points in this area, because often I'd get like Hauser's second skill, but I got quite a few Sever cards for Hauser, and I think this is where it has really picked up my score this time around, because normally I'd get something like 3,600-ish points, right? And you can see, like, you add those extra 60,000 damage points on, and it kind of adds in, from 350 to 750. It's about 300-400 points, all right. So I believe that's where it's come from, getting those extra Sever cards to hit. Just hitting that hard with Hauser has been the thing that's really improved the points. Otherwise, I was mostly just doing what I do. Try not to move cards for ultimates too much, and just get some damage out there where I can. Okay, trying to combine cards by using the skills rather than just moving the skills. So rather than alt rushing, I was just trying to get some Hauser damage out there for the most part. I did get pretty lucky in the first phase with King. Managed to get some really nice combinations with a cleanse into a couple, I think it was like a silver petrify and a bronze petrify, and then the next turn I was able to sever and ultimate with King, which got me through the first phase by like the third turn. It was a really good setup. You see like the other additional points, of course, remaining HP, everyone's pretty much max HP, 214 points, 160 points because everyone was, survived, and the team combat class plus 151 points. I think that a lot of the other big boy scorers do much better there because my combat class is only like 151 or something, like 151,000-ish. I'll show you the gear soon. And yeah, great damage done to enemy, plus 83 points. And I did end it around, I think, turn 9, I think it was. So I've only got like minus 500 points. Like it was like a turn 8 or 9 finish. I can't quite remember. I did look, but while I was taking the screenshots and stuff, I just kind of forgot. Okay, and yeah, as you can see here, I did of course achieve all of the extra achievements, and yeah, you can see I am somewhat like 3,922, 0.38%, and you got the other big boys there. Okay, just wanted to show these first that I took for the screenshots, and let me just hide that, and we'll get back to the actual game. I'll show you guys the gear. Oh, wait. Nope, okay, I thought that had changed for a second, but big boys. Big boys improving their score even more. I did use Pierce Food, okay, so plus 20% Pierce Food. You can see 151,249. I'm just scraping it again. I don't really have ultimates maxed out on any of these units, except for Weinhardt, who I'm using for his unique here. Okay. So for each turn that we take, Pierce will increase by 8%. I think it gets my Hauser up to around something like 181% Pierce or something like that. It is shown in the previous video that I posted for Final Boss, if you want to see exactly how much Pierce he does get up to. Lilia is actually using my Valenti's gear right now. And I put like a piece of C gear on her for the extra 25% Pierce. I am like, I've actually taken Valenti's ring and put it somewhere else, and I'm slowly building her a new one because of the high base stats. But as you can see, this is ultra rare. It's not really anything super special because, I mean, it's Valenti's gear, it's not Lilia's gear, okay? So this is all basically just counted as like plus 5, 5-star kind of gear, okay? It's not like super amazing, but it's got some decent pierce. I've used the C gear. I even have a bracer here that I was using for the extra pierce rate, so that I could actually improve the pierce if I want to even further. I just have this on for the CC instead. Not super amazing. She only has 95% pierce rate. Okay. King, again, nothing special for the gear really. It is just that it's like fully upgraded. The base stats aren't super amazing. You see, it's got like lifesteal on it and stuff. Some pretty crappy resistance and stuff. This was the gear I was using for my Jericho. Like the base stats aren't even, this was just some of the first gear I started to build. when I was building my Jericho for Knighthood boss, and yeah, it's just kind of the gear that I had. Okay, so like this is all gonna get improved on later. Maybe not this one. This one's nice. Let me go back and show you guys the stats a little more. 68% pierce rate. Like yeah, the pierce did help quite a lot with King's skill. Oh, and just to show you guys, yeah, you know, you see level 1 out of 6 there, and Blue Lilia over here. Whoops, didn't mean to do that. I was just trying to show you guys 2 out of 6 for the ultimate, and I'll show you guys House's gear. Now I did ultra rare these pieces, and I think that's what did get me over the being able to hit 60,000 with like my bronze Sever card. You can see like this has had some decent rolls. It even got like a perfect attack stat. Its base stat isn't perfect, unfortunately, but I did keep it. This was one of the early rings that I rolled, and I was lucky, re-rolled a couple of stats with the anvils that I've gotten from a couple of the last events. And this is actually how this rolled. This was a really nice, this was probably the best the best piece of gear that I've rolled so far. Just in terms of like when I awakened the bracer, and I think I only had to reroll like one stat, and it was a stat that gave me like that perfect pierce. So my Hauser is sitting halfway decent. You see like the other stuff though is only like lifesteal, you know, resistance defense. I just take what comes, alright? You know, I take what comes first, and I roll with it. 65% PS rate, almost 66%. You know, there's definitely room for improvement there as well, which is where Wineheart comes in. I just want to show you guys. Whoops. I think I forgot. Again, 1 out of 6. Okay. So because my ultimates weren't like pimped out, which I think is where a lot of people, when they're doing final boss, are getting their 60k plus damage hits from. I got some lucky Sever cards and 3,900 points. I was very surprised. I did not expect it at all. Wineheart's just on some rare HP defense gear that I've had since forever. This was like some super early gear that I just happened to build, and nothing overly special. He's there just for his unique, okay, to get that extra pierce rate. Yeah, so there's the gear, and I will give you guys a kind of a quick example. We'll see if I can somewhat replicate what went down. I'll just walk you guys through what I did for the first phase. It was a 3-turn finish, okay? And we can have a quick look at just how much PS Hauser gets as well. I just want to try and, you know, there's only a couple of days left. Not many people are probably gonna stumble on this video, but for those that do, maybe it can help you guys get some final changes to your team to help out. This is actually looking pretty good if we get lucky here. Now, what did I do? It was pretty much like last time I combined King's card, okay? But it was a cleanse, so I'm just gonna do that again, and we're gonna go for King's ult. And yes, I think I used the Sever card. I don't think I used the other card. I was just trying to get Gowther down as quick as I can. So I'm going off like very small memory here. Now you can see I did not hit Gowther for the 60,000 damage just yet. That's because I actually do rely on Wineheart to start hitting that hard. So by the like 4th or 5th turn, we should be okay to hit that hard. Now, this isn't exactly what I was hoping for here. I was hoping for like more pew pew, but we'll just try and get through this, okay? So for this turn last time, I actually had like 2 more King attacks, and I had that silver cleanse ready to go. So there is like a single target attack here. I'll see if I can get away with smacking Gowther. Hopefully he doesn't harass me with another attack block. It looks like we'll be okay. And we'll see if we can get past this. I'm pretty much just going to go all in here and try and finish this right now. So we're going to risk it. Single target with King, sever with Hauser, and then hope we finish him with the King ult. May work, it may not work. We're about to find out. Now the reason I use King ult is because if I do accidentally kill these two adds, King ult completely ignores the resistance. There we go. That the Gowther gets. So King ult is more reliable to finish the phase with than Hauser's Sever cards, because Hauser's Sever card is more affected by King's new defense and resistance once those two adds die, because he gets like 300% extra. So when I use King's ult, it's just more reliable for getting through that phase, okay? Now I am going to get rid of this King attack card. We're just going to smack out right now with the Hauser card, and I think I'm going to get rid of this bonus heal. I'm just going to get rid of the extra heal, because I've got a cleanse here. We've got a heal cleanse here. Okay, yeah, so you can see now I'm hitting 60k with the bronze cards. So I will check out what we can do here. We are getting kind of stuck with King cards here, but that's not too bad, honestly. I'm going to use Blue Lydia's here. But first, let me show you guys just how much pierce he's got up to. Okay, so he's at 175 pierce rate right now. And we are on turn 5, so we're not quite at maximum pierce rate yet. So I'm going to use Blue Lydia's here, combine King's card, and just smack him again. I'm just going to go for King's ultimate. I want to hurt this guy as much as I can. Pretty much. So that maybe we get away with a reset soon. Okay, so we can get a gold card here, and maybe Lily's ult as well. Plus we'll get like another heal cleanse. So you see I'm not getting much in the way of Sever cards this time, and that's usually what happens to me. But last time I was getting some of these naturally. So I'd have like a Sever card, and I would use it, and then I'd have like two silvers just join into each other, and everything was just like, everything just naturally combined, okay? Now he has his ult there, so I'm actually gonna have to unfortunately just take that away, because if I let him attack me with that ult right now, I'm gonna lose out on all my other ults, and that's gonna kill my points completely. So it is a little unfortunate. Okay. So I've got another Sever card here. What turn are we? We're on like turn 7 already, so we're just gonna try and smack this guy down. You see he's got like this gold card here. Even if you don't see these guys, you seem to get like points just for using like Lily's ult and stuff to like dissolve things. Like it just kind of counts as using a dissolve skill, so you get extra points for it anyway. So we're just gonna like smack out as much damage as we can for this turn, and then we'll get like Hauser's ult as well. So we'll get like a D rank. We'll get some D rank points for Lilia's card. We'll get some points. Yeah, you see all those like bonus points there for like D ranking things. It's actually huge. You see, King doesn't actually do all that much for me, but then Hauser comes in with the Hauser, what are you doing, man? You debated me. He can hit harder than that. I'm not sure why he didn't for that turn, but you know, guess it just happens sometimes. Just got unlucky with the RNG. But that's alright. I am going to cleanse all these debuffs again. And then smack them anyway. So just big PP deeps We use House's ult, and then we followed up with, you know, a Sever card. We're just going to try and go for the kill. We're on turn 8, so we want to get there. You know, we want to get him down really soon. I did have a couple more Sever cards here last time. Like I said, I had a lot of Sever cards. We're actually, I'm not sure why we're hitting so low. Ooh. I think I had my food eaten, right? Yeah, it's not a very good example because yeah, I should be hitting. Let me just double check. What's his PS at? Yeah, okay, so he gets up to 183% PS. It is strange. Last time I was getting pretty much 60k every attack, so that, you know, that's a thing. Okay, we're just gonna finish this. It is turn 9 right now, so make sure we top up our HP. And Sever should finish this, I think. Okay, yeah, there we go. Whew! It was cutting it close, I'll tell you what. And yeah, basically I had a lot more Sever cards, and every time I used one, guys, it was 60k, 60k, 60k. So just as like a little example, you see I've only hit like 390 here. I've only gotten like 3200 points. So let's see, what would that be? It's like 750 minus 390. It's like we're missing like 360 points out of that, right? So what, 3236 plus 360-ish? Maybe be like 3500. So we're missing points from probably more dissolving as well. Okay, no, okay. So I'm only minus 365 points, so maybe it was more like a turn 10 finish. Okay, so I'm like, everything I'm trying to go off memory, but just trying to give you guys an idea that like I had a lot of Sever cards. I was pretty lucky on the dissolves. And yeah, you know, using the King team, I got a couple really nice cleanses off. Everything just kind of came together, and kapow. Just wanted to try and give you guys somewhat of a rundown of how things clicked. I'm sorry that it wasn't the best RNG example going through that run quickly, but yeah, there it is. Anyways, Nub free to play randomly succeeded. Very happy, and I hope this helped somewhat. Peace out, guys. Wah.